everyone, welcome to Thoughts of Treasures. My name's Connie and this is my craft room. Welcome in. I do want to first start by saying if you guys are new to me and you are not following or you're not subscribed, please do so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I do upload. I upload about 4 per week, so all kinds of crafting things you don't want to miss. So with that being said, tonight we are going to be working on this little guy. We are doing Christmas in July and Christmas. We're going to do Christmas in July all this month. So tonight I have this cute little ornament because we all love ornaments for Christmas time. So this is just a little Santa ornament and he's on a sleigh. And we're just going to paint it up and maybe just embellish it a little bit. Something simple, something very just, cute. I was thinking about enlarging this and who knows, I still may and do it again. But for right now, this is just going to be a nice little ornament size. And, ornaments are not only for the tree. You can do different things with them. So keep that in mind also if you're trying to do a wreath. This would be a nice little embellishment on there. And it has little holes and everything that you can just, string it to. So keep that in mind. Ornaments are not just for trees. They ain't just for trees anymore. So I am going to start simply by doing the back of this black. And I know some of you like that and some of you don't, but it's okay. I just want my back finished. You can paint it the slate color, you can do whatever you want, but I am going to paint this completely black. And while I'm doing this, I'm just going to tell you about myself a little bit, or about my page here. I do have a website if you guys want to go check that out, thoughtsoftreasures.com. It shows you where all of my videos are and different projects that I've done. I do a lot with laser cutouts, but I also do things with the Cricut and just, Dollar Tree items and such. It just depends on what time of the year and what's going on. So far, we are doing Christmas in July. This is project number 3. I'm not doing 30 projects or 31 projects. I'm not doing that. However, I do upload about 4 projects, new projects per week. So you don't want to miss out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button or follow button wherever you are watching. And please become part of our family here. We would love to have you. I am on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all as Thoughts to Treasures. And on my website, there is a link tree that has most of those links. And there's some that are not there just because, I don't know, they won't go there. So I do have a Facebook channel and Telegram, so if you're interested in either of those, that's when I go live, or when I upload a video, I also do it there. So, all right, just did that black just to give it a finished look on the back, so we don't have, the ugly wood color. But this is going to be a cute little ornament. And like I said, it doesn't have to be just for your tree. These are great for wreaths, swags. You can do garlands with them. And I do live sales every other Sunday. And again, on my website, there is a list right now for July, August, and September. And then I'll put the next one up as we get closer. Just want to give that a little bit of dry. Now with my sled, these little score marks. Okay, now let me explain something real quick. On all my 1/8 inch wood, I do not put masking. On my 1/4 inch wood, I do. This, however, since it's an ornament, I want it to be light. It is all done in 1/8 inch, so there is no masking to take off, but there are score marks. These score marks here are more for decorative needs, so we don't want to get paint inside of them. Some of the times you will find, I don't think anything on this one does. Some of my kits, you'll find that there's just score marks there for placement purposes. That's when you don't have to worry about it. I mean, if you cover it up by accident, it's not going to be a big deal. But this one we're going to do this way. So I'm going to use our slate brown and red. And I'm not sure what color brown I want to use. Let's see, what is this? This is Ruska. I don't know what that is. Oh, and that's why we make sure that the lid is on. I'm gonna throw things at you. I got a dog down here. Oops, sorry. Watch your facey. Watch your facey. Watch your face. Okay. So I think I'm gonna try this and see what it's like. I don't know. It might be an older color, but we're gonna find out. So it's more like a darker tan color. We're gonna see. Maybe if it even comes out, it did come out. There it goes. Well, that's not too bad. That looks pretty good. So with this, like in order to keep the score marks, you want to make sure that you don't paint. Don't just paint it on. We're going to just dab, 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 dab all over, so that the paint doesn't go inside. I kind of like this color. It's not bad. Yes, it is a little time consuming. I'm probably going to go back closer to there. So just keep little, it's just like stenciling, less is more. You can always go back, kind of like that, that's going to look nice. If you want to water it down, if your paint is too thick, this does seem a little thick, but that's okay. It will work, it will work, it will work. This will give your arm a workout. And I think I'm okay with it being a little uneven painting because it kind of gives it a little wood character. Let me get back up here, get this a little bit. I absolutely love doing ornaments for Christmas. They're just so fun. Like I said, you can just use them for anything. You can use these actually for like your stockings or name tags or present tags. I mean, there's so many options for ornaments. It's just a fun way if you have to give a gift to a coworker, you know, instead of just giving a plain Jane kind of thing. This will just spruce it up. It's kind of like putting a bow on your package. And who doesn't? I mean, then they can put it on their tree. I mean, there's just so many fun things. And this is a sled. Sled with Santa on it. I mean, it's just fun. They're fun, fun, fun. So I think I like that. I'm good with that. And I kind of like it a little bit uneven because it gives it a little bit rustic-y kind of vibe to it. And I am going to do the sled itself in red. Let me see. We're going to use bright red. This is just apple barrel bright red. And this one, let me show you the name of it. I'm not sure, it's a folk art, but I'm not even sure if they make this or not. Bresca? I don't know. I don't even know what Bresca is. Some of the names they come up with is just beyond me. Alright, this I am going to take a small brush. Let's see if I have a small brush. I have a small brush. Let's use this. And we're going to just paint around here close to this line. just going to get this painted up. I'm probably going to use the same exact red for his Santa hat. These ornaments are very quick to paint up. They're fun. You can embellish them. I have some bows over here. I think the other stuff that I have, I don't have a lot. This is July, so I don't have all of my Christmas stuff out. So I'm kind of making do with what I got. I did say I was going to pull my Christmas stuff out, but I didn't get to it yet. Just because I got some ribbons in there and, you know, different things that I usually don't do like the whole month of Christmas in July, but I figured why not? Let's just do something fun this year, something different, and then we can go to pumpkins in fall and then back to Christmas again. Why not, right? So on my website, you're going to find all of the different projects, and there's going to be links to them, so it's easier than having to find them on my Facebook, or, you know, I mean, YouTube's pretty clear about organizing, but Facebook not so much. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not as easy. So I always say my website is just a nice blog place. If you see things that you like over there, you can always message me about them. Not everything I do is a kit, but, you know, if I do something with a vinyl cutout and you're interested in the vinyl cutout, I can definitely help you out there. And like I said, with the live sales I do every other week, I incorporate, no I don't. I have, like, you know, vinyl stickers, decals, DTF transfers, wood kits, printables. We do a little bit of everything. So, you know, I don't like wood kits. It's okay. We gotcha. We gotcha. We do different things. Something, you know, even sometimes I have one and done items, completed items. You know, if you're interested in the shirt completed, we gotcha. Definitely. A little bit of something for everybody. I like that together. I really do. I think that's pretty. Oh, before I put that away, I'm going to paint his hat up. And we got the berries. So let me get a piece of tape. Let me put this over here so I don't drop it. So this is just a painter's tape from the Dollar Tree. It is super sticky. I definitely would not paint my house walls with this because it'd probably peel it right off. But it does make good because it's only $1.25 right now. We'll put that over there. His little white. Let's do that white. Do this white. That's peach, so we'll put that down here. It's kind of like put them in different color, how we need to paint them up. Alright, so now I'm going to do is, whoops, I almost threw that off the floor. So I don't need to worry about the back on here because the back is going to be done, glued onto there. So we're just going to, and part of the hat you're not going to see either because the white beads, but I'm going to try to get as good as I can get around this line. So they put the score lines here so that you can kind of like a coloring book, so you know where to paint the hat, where the hat stops, and all that good stuff. Just so much fun to do these. I've seen so many people put them on packages. Ornaments are just, you can get personalized ornaments and they're just fun. People use them for stockings. I mean, it's just, you guys, let me know in the comments if you guys use them any other way. I would love to hear some different ideas that you guys use ornaments for. I guess I really shouldn't call them an ornament if you're using them for different things, but you know what I'm saying. So we just got his little hat done. And that's the only thing. Nope, the berries are red. Let's do the berries real quick. Well, we have the red out with the little paintbrush. Alright. Now let me get that dry real quick, because we're going to put the white on next. I'm going to find the white. I have a little dog sleeping down under here. Now I am going to use another small paintbrush, and I know you're going to be like, what in the world? You know, sometimes with these little ornaments, you gotta use little paintbrushes so you can just get around where you need to get around. So this part in the middle, we're going to do peach. This beard is not, you're not going to see all of it, but you are going to see below. So his mustache covers part of it, but we're just going to try to get around here as best we can. And then of course with white, you're going to have to go back at least twice. Unless you have a better white. So some white paint is a lot better than others, but you know, depending on what you're actually doing, is it worth the extra pennies? You know, that's a decision you have to make. I'm just using simple apple barrel. Is it just plain white? Snow white. No, just plain white. I thought maybe it was Snow White, but it's not. It's just plain white. Now I can go in with a bigger brush, which I will do now. Now that I have the border, it's kind of like cutting it in. And then we're going to let that dry a second. Well, I come over yonder, and we got his little ball for his hat, his little trim for his hat, and then his mustache. So we're going to do all of those white, because they're all going to require 2 coats at least, if not more. We're just going to see how it goes. Okay, now I'm going to give all a good dry before I put the second coat on. Okay, and we're going to put a second coat on here. Now when I do these videos, I do them in real time. I don't edit anything out, so like I said, if I mess up, you see it. If something happens in my everyday life, I film at my house, you'll see it. I just want you to see, you know, the real process. I don't know, it's for me, sometimes watching videos and you see it go from this to that, and it's like, that's really cool, but you try it and it doesn't work. Now, I mean, this is simple painting, but you know, other things that I do, it may seem like that, and I don't want it to be no trickery of the eye. I want you to see it in real time. You know, if it messed it up, I want you to see how we fix it. I have done in some of my videos, you know, I forgot to paint something, or I forgot to glue something, or it fell apart. I mean, crafts happen. They absolutely do. And then that's what it is all about, is to figure out how to fix it. No one is perfect. Let's get his beard one. I think too, well, I don't know. I don't like the way that this one might need a, I mean, that's okay. Seems like when I was painting it, it was a little bit not what I wanted, but I think it's okay. Now, I'm not going to do anything special. So sometimes when people paint these, they're professional painters. You know, they're artists when it comes to that. I am not. I'm a crafter. I will admit that. So, you know, when I start doing blending or highlighting or anything, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I do try it. I'm going to be honest. I think it's fun to try. But, you know, you got to do what your skill level or your creativity allows you to do. I personally don't like to do the whole, you know, I like to try things once in a while, but we're going to go from there. Let me try to find one more. And I'm going to use some peach, so I can find one that's open. And this is a multi-surface. This is the only kind of peach I can find. It's a multi-surface. We're going to do his nose and his face with this. I think it's a perfect flesh color. And we're just going to go around. And again, if I get a little oopsie, it's fine because his beard is going to be covered and his hat's going to be covered. But I'm just trying to get close to that line as I can get. I mean, you could honestly just leave it the wood color if you wanted to. If you can't find, peach is a very hard color to find. Like I said, the only one that I ever found is this multicolored peach, or multi-surface peach. I'm gonna give this a dry and see if I want to do another coat. Yep, I think that looks good. I think that's perfect for Santa. Looks kind of funny without his thing. Trust the process. Trust it. So let me just get his nose done too. And I could use a bigger paintbrush for this, but we're okay. I just have to wash more. Where are you going, Sid? And this is an apple barrel multi-surface paint. Okay, let that dry, and then I gotta get one more color. That is our Christmas green. We're gonna do our little bit of holly with that. Just need a little bit, tiny bit. I always put too much out, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Let's just use this paintbrush because we're just putting this on. And that's it. Now we're going to get this all dried up and start putting it together. We do have to do his eyes. And there are options that I'm not going to do at this time, but you can put googly eyes on him. You could do the method that I'm going to do. I'm just going to put little dots of, little dots. If I can find the thing, hold on. Okay, it's on there. I'm going to use this little thingy as a scorer, kind of. And I'm going to start to get this together first before I try to do any kind of placement, because my eyeballs will be underneath his beard. So I am going to take just a little sanding block, and there's a rough side, there's a soft side, and I'm just going to brush over it. I just want a nice smooth surface. I'm not taking anything off, just getting it all smooth. So with this, with the paint fibers and the wood fibers from the paint, I always say it backwards, you just want it smooth so that when you glue it, it glues better. My opinion, again, and I always find that it works well that way, so we're going to stick with that method. I do use, every time I tell you, the same glue. It's the Super Glue Wood Glue from the Dollar Tree. There's many different things you can use. It's personally just my favorite thing. And I'm going to line this up to see where it goes first before I start gluing anything. Let's see. I'm going to look at my little picture alignment. I think it's going to go like that. Okay. All right, that'll work. Make sure I get it in the right place. And you don't need a whole lot of glue, so just, be mindful. And then we're going to stick his beard down here. Just enough, he's got just enough eye space. You don't want it to, I'm not going to worry about the back of it because it's going to be up against it. So normally if there's something that's going to be outside of it, I would paint it just so you wouldn't see the back, but this is going to be up against this guy, so we're good. So we're going to put his little beard on there. Now, before I stick his nose on, I'm going to look what it looks like, but I'm going to put the dots on. Well, now maybe we could stick his nose on. I thought maybe it would be in the way, but, some noses get in our way. But he should be fine. All right. Now, simply, I am going to take the smaller end. There's a bigger end, and then there's a smaller end. I'm going to take the smaller end, and I'm just going to dip, I think, the small end, because he's really is not a lot of space here. And we're going to put one there. Maybe we might need the bigger one. Let's try the bigger one and see what happens. Sometimes you don't realize how small they're going to be. And I always re-dip. Oh yeah, that's perfect. You just got two little eyes in there. And I think that's perfect. So the small one to me was too little, but that one was perfect. So I absolutely love this for polka dots or little eyes. Perfect. Just drop that. Let me put it back in there before I lose it. Alright, so we got him done. Oh, we got to put his little ball on for his head. Go. There's our little Santa. Now next we're going to put our little Santa on here. Oh, it's so cute. I am being mindful that the eyes are still wet. Get it on there centered. This is really so cute. And then I'm going to put that and this. So we're just going to glue that right there. And if a little bit of glue squirts out, don't worry, this stuff dries clear. Just be mindful of what you're using. So cute, so cute, so cute, so cute. So now, if I want to embellish it a little bit, this is what I'm going to do. I'm not sure, this is what I had pulled out, but I really think that's just going to be too big. I don't know. It's kind of cute, though. I don't know. It's kind of cute. Maybe I will put that there. I'll clip that off, though. See what it looks like. I'm just going to put a little piece of twine through this. I'm not sure what I got. Maybe I'll put a little piece of wire through it. I'm just trying to clip off some of this. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Didn't eat my Wheaties today. I'm not sure if that's just a little too much for me or not, but let me try something else. And again, if you don't like either, you don't have to put anything on there. And that's just too little. You know what, I'm going to go with it. But I'm going to put a little piece of wire on it first before let's put a little piece of water. I mean, you don't have to put any embellishments on if you don't want to. I think I want to do this. How do I want to do it? How do I want to do it? And yes, I cut off a lot of wire, but that's okay. I just want to put a tiny little hanger on here, just enough to like loop it onto something. And then we can flatten it out and do what we want to do with it. I'm just wrapping it around. So I just did a little hanger. Now I'm gonna, oh, this didn't heat up. Darn it. Now we'll have to wait for the tool thing to heat up. I think I'm gonna put that right there. We're just gonna glue it right there onto that. Let's put this hanger on it. I have to wait for the glue tool to heat up, so our little it was not heating up. So give us a few seconds. Hopefully it won't take too long. Put these paints away. Throw this stuff away. And besides, you know, it's like already this too big. Don't worry about it. It's Christmas. Christmas is a big holiday. We like things big. Big bows, big everything. So I'm just going to put all these paints away real quick. Come on, heat up. It's not heating up very well. My tool machine, my heat machine, whatever, I don't want to say the G-U-N word, is a love-hate relationship, I tell you that. It sits in its cradle and it's fine, then all of a sudden you put it back in and it's like it's not on it. So it's not even heating up. But then when it's heated up, it's extremely hot. Give it a second. I also have a Tumblr group if anybody's interested. It's Tumblers to Treasures. In that group, I also have not only tumblers, I do wind spinners, car coasters, the DTF transfers are over there. It's just, you know, that's just what I normally had it as, and I don't know, I don't really want to change it, so. And these are 20-ounce tumblers, sublimation, so the image is on there. You don't want to put these in the dishwasher though. They will fade. Some people do. I did for a while and they were fine, and then all of a sudden I was like, that's starting to fade. So, you know, in time it does, but maybe not right in the beginning. I'm trying to think what else is in that group. See? I wasn't holding it. Come on, heat up. Sorry about this. Tried to do a quick video and guess what? La da 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 da. It's almost there. All right, let's try this. All right, we're just gonna put someone here. just going to glue that right there. Let's see. Nope. Hold it down for a second. And, oh, where'd that come from? And there's our little snowman, this is not a Santa sled ornament. I think it's adorable. I don't think that's sitting on there right way. Might have to fiddle with that a second. But that's what I got. Let him dry completely. And it's perfect. So I do want to say thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope this inspired you. If it did, remember to hit the subscribe or the follow button, and be sure to catch my next videos. So until then, I will see you in the next video. You guys remember, thoughts become things and things become treasures. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.